Alright guys, let's talk about Bitget and what they have done to me over the past week, and let's see if you're also doing the same things I'm doing. And yeah guys, I am blocked from the Launchpool, I'm blocked from staking, I'm blocked from using any points or anything like this on their platform, because basically, short story here is that they accuse me of doing illegal things basically. But I need to show you guys, and you make the decision here if what I'm doing is illegal or not. And anyways, they had May M join the chat, and I asked them simply why I'm blocked from Launchpools, and I also told them about flexible staking as well. And basically, I sent them a screenshot and everything. They wanted to wait like 24 to 48 hours to get back to me, and I'm like, no, hey, the Launchpool will be done by then. And basically, they had me on hold for a while, guys. And there's just some blah blah chat here. And basically it gets down to the point here where they received an update from the team, and they regret to inform me that my account is not eligible to participate in this launch pool. And the following reasons are basically that their internal system raised risk control flags detected from activities that conflict with their terms and conditions. And it says the system reviews each participation carefully and completely in a robust manner to ensure that rewards and participation are fairly and duly compensated. And they gave me this long list of terms of service. And again, I'm not going to read this long list because I don't even know what I did. And I said, I don't understand which flags. I didn't do anything illegal or bad. And then of course they apologized, and they said that the specific reason is not disclosed. And I said, well, I need to know what I did wrong. And if that is the case, I can stop being an affiliate, because I was an affiliate actually of Bitget, and I was just shocked, and I said I can quit Bitget altogether and sell my funds because this is ridiculous. I did nothing at all. I'm very unhappy. I'm accused of something. I have no idea what I am accused of. I even brought in users to your platform. I do YouTube videos talking about how I love BGB, and many of you on this channel know that, guys. And yeah, I said, now this is what I get. And, I told them I couldn't wait to tell my community about this and make a video, of course. And anyways, basically, you can see how frustrated I was right here, guys. And, I think there wasn't much here else in this chat here, but I do have some further emails that I'm going to share with you guys. Now, I need to show you these emails, guys, because I did contact Bitget again about 3 or 4 days after I chatted with that live chat there. And the first email I got back was this, guys. Bitget has the right to disqualify users that are engaged in wash trading, creating multiple accounts for the rewards, and any other illegal, unethical, or suspicious behaviors, and will not disclose the reason for my case. So again, they told me they weren't going to tell me what I did. So, and the most common reason for triggering risk will be our system detecting users creating multiple accounts or same device login IP for the reward. And they said the decision is final and will not be reviewed again, and they will close the ticket now. So really, I am, maybe more confused now, because creating multiple accounts, I don't have multiple accounts. At least I don't think so. I never, signed up, I think, but one time on Bitget. And, my wife doesn't even have a Bitget account. I do have friends that have Bitget that I have gotten into, Bitget and signed them up and registered them. And, I don't think they used my IP, address either. Because usually, for example, we did it at the gym or at their home or something like this, but never in my home. So how could they use the same IP, address? But anyways, this is just a very interesting response here, because I don't have multiple accounts. And even if I did, guys, just think about it. Like if I have 1200 BGB, let's just say I divide it into two, I put 600 into one account and I put 600 into the other. I still get the same amount of rewards, so that's a little bit stupid in my opinion. Now, just so I don't disclose any personal information here, I'm going to read the next few emails just off my mobile, guys. But keep this in mind, this was the first email I got back. So my response to this was, I haven't done any of these things you mentioned, and now I'm even more confused. and you need to fix the system because obviously it's broken. And I told him I couldn't wait to share this news with my YouTube community of nearly 1,700 subscribers. Now, I got a response not long after that, and what was the funny sentence was they said, be sure to keep an eye on our upcoming competitions and events here, and they gave me a link. And I wrote them back, guys, because I saw that, and I'm just kind of laughing because some idiot probably copied and pasted something and didn't even realize what they had even put there. And basically, I said, but if I'm disqualified from staking in Launchpools and using points, why would you put in the email, be sure to keep an eye on our upcoming competitions and events here? And I said, like, I don't understand if this is a permanent thing or what now. You guys are being so confusing. I am not a criminal. I was also an affiliate of yours promoting your platform often and BGB. I said, this is unbelievable. This treatment is terrible from your side just because some system picked up a false detection, obviously. Now, guys, if we go to what wash trading really is, I need to talk about this because in simple terms, you're basically buying and selling the same asset back and forth, and you're often selling it to yourself just to fake trading activity. So again, I don't know even how to do that. I'm not that smart. I'm not that clever, guys. But basically, you do it to manipulate prices, inflate the volume, and sometimes to farm rewards on platforms that give bonuses for trading activity. But guys, I mean, I was getting airdrops from my BGB, staking it in the Launchpools, and I'm selling it. If it gets more than $1, you can sell it normally, like, any trade that you make probably on any other platform, as long as you have $1. If it was under $1, guys, you could convert. So that's probably what I need to show you, because really, you need to have a very big volume here to do any like wash trading or something like this, guys. But I was selling literally like 1 or 2 or 3 of whatever they were giving me. I'm not selling hundreds and thousands of whatever coin it is. Now, guys, I want to show you a little bit of this order history just so you can get an idea of what I was doing. Now, keep in mind, I always traded my Launchpool coins for BGB. Now, the last 2 orders here are some actual commission that I got on the platform that I just use for Core and IOTEX because I'm sending those out immediately. And actually, I've already sent out my Core. I'm just waiting for IOTEX at the moment. And as soon as I get this, out of there, I'm uploading this video, but I don't want Bitget to lock up my, account before I can get this video out. So anyways, guys, you can see here, I did sell 1,285 BGB. So that's not a lie, guys. I still, I had this in my account and until this date. And that was just, I think, maybe an hour or 2 after I had spoken to the live chat. Now, we do need to look at this. These 2 transactions pretty much go together, guys. I bought the BGB after I sold my XPL. Now, I sold 0.78 XPL. It's not 78 or even 780 or 7,800. It's less than 1. I made $1.09. I bought 0.2132 BGB with it. How is that wash trading? It happened 6 seconds apart, as you see here. Now, if you look at these 2 transactions, again, I sold the XPL coin, which they gave me from the Launchpool like an airdrop. So this is them giving it to me for free. And again, I sold 0.78. I got $1.15 here. Immediately, I bought BGB, which was 0.2232. Now, right here, you have these 2 transactions pretty much going together 10 seconds apart, and I sold 0.79 XPL, and I sold it a little bit higher this time because it was $1.54 at the time I sold it, and I made $1.22, guys. So, yeah, I bought BGB, and I bought almost a quarter here. Now, how is this wash trading, guys? You're putting XPL in my account, I'm selling it. The minimum on the platform of Bitget to do any spot trading is $1. Whether you sell or buy, it has to be $1. And I was immediately turning that into BGB. How is that wash trading? Now, one of the only other things I could think of that might have triggered this is that I'm normally sending money, for example, from Bitget, where I buy USDT, because they usually have the best fees. And what I will do sometimes to get it to, for example, CoinEx or Binance or Gate, I will send it to Bitget first. Now, it usually only stays there for a couple of minutes before I can send it out, but it costs me nothing to send it, for example, on Aptos. Straight to Bitget. Now, once I get it to Bitget, I look for, for example, the BSC chain, and this has 0 fee in Bitget. So I then use that chain to send it to CoinEx, for example, or Gate. So I'm trying to avoid the fees, instead of paying $1 or $2 or $3 or $5 to send, some money around. Because usually I have a pretty low amount. It's like maybe $30 or $50, maybe $70 or something like this. And it's not, for example, $10,000 or $1 million or $10 million. I'm just simply trying to avoid the fees. And I think most people would actually do this as well. So if you do this as well, please write down in the comments, if you try to avoid these fees like I do. Even if it takes, just a couple of minutes more, for me, it doesn't bother me, but, do you do it too? Now, let me disclose one more piece of information here that, should be everything that I really need to disclose. But basically, when XPL opened up in the Launchpool here, guys, we got an airdrop in Binance, me and a friend of mine. Now, he didn't know how to send XPL to his account from Binance to Bitget. So I said, okay, just send me yours, and I will send it to Bitget, and I will put it actually in the Launchpool here, because once I got it to Bitget, I noticed that, internally we couldn't transfer this coin yet. So I wanted to, get it in there as fast as possible, because at the time the rewards were much more than like 65%. It was something like 11,000% or something like this, guys. So I said, okay, I'll put it in there, and we'll have ChatGPT just figure out how to split it later. And anyways, you can see that after the first hour, it was really small. So I contacted my friend, and I said, hey, we're not going to get much for this. Now, for me, I told him it was probably better to sell it off, and he said, okay, go ahead and sell it off. And I did that for me and him. And of course, you can send USDT between the accounts. But still, at the time, XPL was not allowed. So it was probably opened up some hours later. But anyways, I sent him his money. It was like $67 or $68, something like this, guys. And I kept, I think, about $97 or $98 because I had more than him, of course. So anyways, that was the only other transactions that might have raised some flag. But again, Bitget would not know where those coins are coming from and whether I have, XPL together with my friend. It came from Binance, which is another exchange outside Bitget. So they don't have access to this information. And I could have sent him money for, his services, for example. I go to fitness with him, and I pay him for his services every, weekend. We have a couple of days, and I pay him for this. So what does Bitget, know about that? They know nothing. They don't have my WhatsApp, for example. They can't see my communication with him. So what raised a red flag here if this was the thing that raised the red flag? Anyways, guys, this is a little bit non-traditional video, but I need to get this information out there. I need you guys to know what Bitget is doing to me and what they're claiming I'm doing. So yeah, guys, I really appreciate those who are using my links for other exchanges, and please do not use the Bitget link in any other video that you may see from the past. Now, I think that goes back to about, September 29th and before. So if you see anything Bitget, please ignore it, guys. I don't have time to delete those links, unfortunately. Anyways, guys, it's a shame I had to cut my ties with Bitget, but that's the way it is. And unfortunately, this coin is still going up. But I do wish those of you who have it the best. It isn't a bad coin. It may be a bad exchange, but it isn't a bad coin. And you probably will make a lot of money here, guys. Anyways, I truly appreciate your attention in this video. If somebody from Bitget is watching this, well, try to get in touch with me, but I'm still pretty fucking pissed off.